Right, so here we are back in Leslie's garage, and he's sitting down there next to the green 650, which is coming along quite nicely.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Yeah, we've now got the Harris exhaust pipe fitted to it.
Yeah, fitted that Monday, just gone.
Yeah, you just put that in there.
Had to do a little bit of dremeling on the collector box where the wells were stopping the front pipes from going in.
Okay, you've done that
so
now.
I did a little bit of work on the collector.
Yeah.
And work out how it fitted, and got it on.
Right, and also what's happened is the new cams I ordered a few weeks ago arrived.
Yeah.
And turned out they were quite good.
They were mint, yeah.
Mint, and you got them in.
Yeah, put the high-vo sprockets on.
Yeah.
And obviously fitted them. I fitted a selection of, well, I went through my shims and found 8 shims all the same size.
Yeah.
So I had a base, fitted 8 shims all the same size,
yeah.
And then measured the valve clearances, worked out what I needed, took the cams out and redid it.
Yeah,
so now it's all been shimmed properly.
You're lucky because you've got a massive sort of big bag of shims.
Yeah, I have.
So you've got a big choice. You've also now fitted the cam chain just at the back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's just the cover to go on.
Yeah.
I've pulled the sheet off it this morning so you can see it.
Yeah.
It's now, do I use the original rubber end seal caps?
Yeah.
Or do I buy new?
Definitely new.
Probably new, yeah.
I think actually I might have a set. In fact, I can't remember now if it's for this or for the bigger Zs, because I ordered a set of 4, thinking, God, they're quite expensive for one. But I ordered them anyway. Turns out what I actually ordered was 4 sets of 4. So
right.
I've got 3 sets of 4 that I don't need.
Right, there you go. They can be donated to the cause.
I can't remember if they're for this or for the bigger Z, but I'll dig them out. Yes, that's great. This is going quite well. And yeah, so far so good.
Yes, it's...
you also said we need to get a different size chain sprocket.
What you can't see from the camera is the rear sprocket is a 630.
Standard, yeah, brand new.
But everyone does this 530 conversion,
yeah,
from the later
so
bike.
we'll change that and...
yeah, so we can run 530 modern chains.
Right, yeah.
So we're going to do that. All the brake system wants sorting out.
Yeah.
The rear brake system, I should say.
Yeah, it's missing a spring.
So that all wants doing. The transmission cover isn't on. The alternator cover isn't on because we need windings, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
The indicators are loose on the front.
Yeah, this one's a bit.
Yeah, all that bracketry, all that one's sorting out. Yeah.
It's just loose. Then.
It's just a matter of working my way through it and getting it right.
Yeah. Right, great stuff. So it's coming along slowly.
Yeah.
And by the time we see it again, the engine should be pretty much complete.
Yeah, well, I've got some paying jobs that I'm doing, but when I come to a point where I can't proceed because I'm waiting for parts, I do a couple of hours on this or other jobs that are in.
Talking of which, behind us here, we've got a rather large cylinder head.
Z1300.
Yeah, so it's finally come back. It's now had its repair done to it.
Yeah, new valve guide, and he's cut the seat to suit the new guide.
It's going to go over there.
For that Z1300, yeah.
So that'll be back together again.
So that, I've started now prepping the head. I'm at the point now where do I take it to an engineer and get him to skim it, or do I clean the cylinder head surface and check it with a straight edge first?
Right.
So that's where I'm at with that at the moment.
Well, let me got my little camera here, so I'll just film that as we're talking.
As the one half has been cleaned and one half hasn't.
Right, okay.
I'm about halfway through cleaning the cylinder head surface.
Oh yeah, I can see
gasket
that.
surface.
That's cleaner. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a long process because you don't want to gouge the aluminium or damage it.
Here's a bit of a close-up of the cams in situ. That's great.
Yeah.
There's the cam chain tensioner.
Yeah, all fitted.
There's the brand new sprocket that I'll have to change.
Yeah, that'll be changed for a 530.
Yeah. As I say, these indicators are loose.
But it's starting to look like a bike now. I've got the engine virtually finished and the pipe on.
Yeah, and here's the pipe.
These are just temporary bolts that I found.
Yeah, a little bracket.
they need proper pro bolt in there, and this bracket will be made better.
Yeah,
that's an original bracket. It's a bit tatty.
Yeah.
I've used it just to fit the pipe, but at some point in the future we'll make a better one.
Right, good.
You know, things like that.
Yeah. So there's the house pipe in place.
Yeah.
Right, great stuff. So
I didn't have any stainless nuts,
No.
so I've had to use normal mild steel nuts
well.
on the so they need swapping out for stainless at some point.
Right.
Little things like that, you know.
Yeah. All in good time.
Yeah, yeah. Give Jeff
Right,
some
so yeah, we can't do all the work for him.
No, he's got to do a bit himself.
Yeah. Right, so this is what's going on in here.
Yeah.
But also next door, there's been a bit more projects, a bit more progress on Drew's turbo bike.
Yeah, only a little bit.
So that's next. And now here we are in the warm side, which is most welcome today. It's actually freezing today.
It's cold out there today.
Yeah, I think winter's on its way. So here we have Drew's turbo.
Yeah. And
one thing that's happened recently is you've now finished, let me just get this on camera, you've now finished, hang on, make sure I press the right button.
I cleaned up and fitted all the header pipes the other week.
Yeah, okay.
Before I went away on holiday.
There they are.
So that they're all fitted.
Right.
I've now got to fit the bigger turbo, which won't fit.
No.
The flange is a bigger size than the flange on the header pipe.
Right.
So there's an adapter which was here.
Right.
That thing.
Yes.
That was fitted to the header pipe and then the turbo. It's like an adapter.
Yeah.
That was fitted when the engine was in a chopper.
Yes.
But obviously the chopper's got a very raked out front end.
Yeah, lots of room
there.
And
there was plenty of room at the front of the engine, behind the front wheel, to fit the turbo. But now we've got limited room. The turbo's got to be tucked under, very close to the crankcase.
Just sticking out. Yeah.
So it means I've got to make another adapter, unless there's one available in it as a kit.
Probably not.
Well, these turbos apparently are a common upgrade for this type of engine.
Right. So hopefully,
I thought someone might do an adapter that would bolt it straight on here and bolt it to the crankcase.
Okay. Or we can modify that one maybe.
Well, if you can't get one in a kit, which I don't think, I've not been able to find anything on the internet. I might have to mount the turbo, and then once it's in position on the header pipe, design a bracket to brace it to the crankcase, like the original one.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm up to with that.
And then another thing that's happened recently is you finished at last sorting out these Tokiko.
Yeah, the rear caliper was like a horrible goldy colour, and
over here,
and the front calipers were like a dark grey. But he wanted all the calipers this gunmetal colour.
Yes, which you know.
So I've stripped all the calipers, all the pistons out, cleaned all the corrosion out of them.
Yeah.
Sounds easy when I say it quick like that, but there's a lot of time went into cleaning them.
Well, 6 pistons per.
Yeah, a lot of the pistons in these calipers were damaged, but luckily I've got a box of spares, which pistons and things I've took out of other calipers, the same type. So out of all my spares, I've managed to build up 2 good calipers for the front, and obviously the rear's gone together quite well.
Right. So I did ask you what you've painted this with. You painted it with.
Well, I etch primed them first.
Yes.
With some special etch primer, and then I've used some brake caliper grey paint.
Yeah, you had some.
It's over there, in the corner.
In the corner somewhere. I can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Tech. Is it Tech Q?
Yeah, it's off eBay.
Yeah, Tech Q Thunder something.
Yeah, Thunder Grey is the colour.
Yeah, there it is there.
Sprayed over the etch primer to give that finish.
Looks really nice. Looks like a standard sort of factory finish.
Yeah. With all the stainless bolts and titanium bolts in there, it looks nice.
Yeah.
So now it's just a matter of getting the right master cylinders and making up some brake lines.
Right. So what brakes is he going to have?
Well, I'm not sure what he's decided yet. Whether it goes for Brembos or Hell or.
Oh well. British mate, get some Hell ones.
Yeah, that's probably going to be cheaper than buying fancy dancy.
Well, no, not much.
Well,
they're quite expensive, yeah.
Well, possibly. I'm not sure.
The only thing to watch out for is when you buy a Hell, it doesn't come with a standard with the option for a mirror. You've got to pay a bit more for an extra.
Well, they don't. On the Brembos on my special there don't have a mirror mount,
Okay.
The mirror thread is in the cap.
That's right. Yeah.
So you have to buy a separate cap,
right. Which is what happens with
with a threaded lug in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you've got to make sure that they're left or right-handed on these.
Yes. Yeah.
Because Ducati have a left-hand thread and a right-hand thread.
Yeah, just to be different.
Yeah.
Right. So what's next then? Are you gonna? You've got to finish a little bit more work on the engine.
Well, I've only just finished the brake calipers the other day.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to the 650 in there.
Yes.
Drew's coming over tomorrow.
Okay. This is the owner of the bike.
Yeah, and he'll inject some more cash into the kitty.
Yeah. Oh, you did say that the offset front sprocket is now on its way from America.
No, he's received it
via Portugal for some.
They wouldn't send direct to the UK.
No, there you go.
So a friend of Drew's has bought the sprocket
in Portugal.
Yeah. So it was sent to Portugal.
Yeah.
He's received it, and now he's sent it to the UK.
To Drew, and now it's going to come to you.
And Drew
sent
me a message the other day saying he'd received it. So when he comes tomorrow morning, he should hopefully have a nice new front sprocket, which then means I can fit it.
Get the chin
double check I've got my calculations right on the alignment.
Which hopefully you have.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah.
And then I've got an old 530 chain there off some old chain, non-O-ring chain.
Yeah.
I can just use that to work out the length.
The length you need, yeah.
The length I need, yeah. And then we can order up a nice ZVM X chain. Yeah.
Right, good. So once that's done, what else you've got to do?
Well, once the chain's on, I can put all the sprocket cover and all that sort of thing on. I want to work out. I want to get all the big bits on, like the turbo.
Yeah.
The sump pan's not on yet. I'm still struggling to get a genuine sump gasket. It's no longer available. And I was told that by Z Power that their man in Germany that made them has stopped making them.
Oh dear.
The pattern ones.
Right.
Whether he makes them in batches or whether he's stopped making them altogether, I don't know.
Right.
So I can't put the sump pan on yet until
you can find a gasket.
Can find the correct gasket. It had the incorrect gasket fitted before I pulled the engine down.
Okay.
So that's a little stumbling block. And the next thing will be probably refurbing all the throttle bodies and plenum chamber.
Yeah.
And fitting all the manifolds. I found some second-hand rubber manifolds which will suit the job.
Yeah, because don't you have to fit all that in place? Because then you need to modify the fuel mount.
Yeah, once the
mod to the tank you've got to do.
I've got to put the Z650 tank on after the throttle bodies and everything's on. I can work out then where the outlet on the tank and the return on the tank have got to go.
Because it's non-static. It's completely different from what a standard.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd just have to put a return from the fuel pressure regulator on the right hand side into the tank, and I had a rough idea of where the lug had to go in the tank. But I've spoken to a friend of mine who's already put a turbo motor in a 650.
Oh, JB, yeah.
JB.
Hello, JB.
Hello, JB. And he's told me that you have to modify the outlet as well because the outlet's in the wrong place.
Okay.
So. So there's two lugs will have to be made up and welded into the bottom of the tank.
Just take some photographs here before I forget.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, so I've no idea when my camera stopped working, but it just stopped after a while. Yeah, we're talking about brain guns because Les likes the Second World War and war type stuff. And
I do.
Military things.
I like my military guns.
He sort of rebuilds air rifles and these old things.
Yeah.
So this is a.
It's a distraction away from motorbikes.
Yes, yeah. So this is an old-fashioned real brain gun.
Yeah,
I mean, they're all decommissioned, they're all legal.
Yeah, I've got a certificate. It's all.
It's very crude, isn't it? You can see how in a war that would jam up so easily, wouldn't it? You know?
They were made. There's 47 parts, I believe.
Yeah.
That's all, and there were factories making these all over Britain.
Yeah.
Even toy factories like Triang that made steel toys. They were commissioned. They were doing all the pressings and.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that's very accurate, but never mind. Anyway,
they are designed for. Basically,
spray and pray.
It's basically urban, town to room to room, and you didn't want a long rifle that you couldn't swing around. It was a short. For what it was designed for, it was great.
Yeah.
But they did have a tendency to jam.
Yeah, I can see why.
And it was the magazine as it fed the the rounds in, they had a tendency to jam because of the design of this. But I love them. I think they're great. I'd love to have a live one and be able to fire one.
But looking at that, it's so open here. You would have thought if you're in a sort of muddy environment in a water, that's going to get jammed up.
I could strip that down in 30 seconds and clean it and put it back together. They are so easy to strip,
and
field strip.
I think you'd need to. Anyway, that's a separate topic.
That's a separate topic.
Yeah. Whatever. Right, so with that then, we'll end it here. We're going to have some tea.
Definitely.
And talk about your KH250, which is a completely different thing. But anyway, that's it for now. So thanks for watching and cheers.
Cheers.